Mark, you won 6-2 against Herlev on Friday night, but it looked to me like you had some starting problems at that game.
Yeah, they had a pretty depleted lineup with some guys playing under 20 and some guys that have been let go, and I think the guys took it a little lightly. They thought maybe it was going to be an easy night, and it never is. And credit to Herlev, even though they were awfully short-staffed, they worked super hard in the first period and really put out the effort and showed that they had some game and some fight left in them, and fortunately for us, we got back on track in the second and third period, and there's no easy games. Every coach has said it on this interview all year, and especially this time of year. There's 3 to go and then playoffs, so we don't expect any unprepared hockey players at this time forward.
Now tonight it's Sønderjysk. How do you see that game?
Well, it's going to be a typical derby. We've had great games against them since the day I got here, and they just keep, for whatever reason, getting more intense and more close, and lots of fight on both sides, and of course the timing of it. Both teams are in a tight playoff race for positioning and also things that they can move forward to into playoffs.
And how important is actually that 4th place in the standings for you? Is it more important to get that place, or is it more important to get the team going for the playoff?
Well, I think we've been going pretty good lately, and that's a good sign, and we got to keep that going moving forward in the playoffs. And there's points that we have control of, and games that we have control of, and that's the games we play. The other things, those games are going to play out, and the results are going to come in, and at the end of the day, the placings are going to be what they're going to be, and there's going to be a lot of good teams from top to bottom in playoffs, and at that point, then the picking system takes place, and so you're not going to know who you're playing, especially in that middle pile, because everything's so close, and who will be doing the picking or who will get picked, all that stuff's just going to have to play out.
You just said you have been winning quite a lot lately. When I talked to you last time, it was beginning of December. You started your winning streak, but it looks to me like you've almost been winning since that. After a terrible start where you lost a lot of games, what happened at that point? You went from winning nothing to winning almost everything.
Well, it was just kind of a flip-flop. We found ways to lose games for whatever reason at the start of the year, where we didn't capitalize on chances. We let a team score late in the period. Power play scored one, and that's flip-flop. Where we've gotten leads, we protected them. We've scored big goals at the right times. We protected leads, and we found ways to win. So hopefully that's something that continue on, and that's. A good group, and they're a pretty resilient group, and sometimes teams take longer for things to come into place, and we had that good start in the Champions League. We had that lull, and I think we're getting closer to where our potential of this hockey team's at. I still think we can play better, it's that important time of year, as we discussed earlier, to carry good habits in the playoffs. And once you get there, everybody starts at 0. 0 wins, 0 losses, 0 power play, 0 shots on goal, and it's a whole new season.
Thank you very much, Mark, and good luck tonight.